everyone. This video is so important. This is the top 3 reasons why you guys freak out on NCLEX, and which ultimately may lead to you failing. So really quickly, number 1 is as soon as you start the exam, you may see a disease or a medication that you don't know. So you see a disease or medication you don't know, you feel completely vulnerable, like you haven't studied anything at all that's going to help you pass this test, and you start to pick the wrong answer. And I just want to encourage you guys, think past the disease or medication, because sometimes NCLEX will put this, completely unknown disease that nobody has ever heard of as a way to distract you from picking the safe answer. A lot of times you can actually figure out just by using common sense what is the best procedure or the best intervention for the nurse to take. And I have been getting into the habit of giving my students unknown medications, unknown diseases, so they can feel more comfortable in answering those type of questions. So if you see a disease or a medication that you don't know, try not to freak out, okay? Try to think critically, think through it, okay? The second reason is you feel distracted, or you start to freak out because there are other people in the room. Did you know that there were going to be other people in the room? Maybe you did. Did you know that they would be getting up, going to the bathroom, leaving, coming in? Some of you guys think, oh my goodness, everybody else is left and I'm the only one here, or people are taking their exam so much faster than me, I must not be doing well. And you start to freak out, and I just want to let you know that they could be taking a completely different exam. It might not even be an NCLEX exam. It might be a dental exam or something. So don't freak out because other people are there, and pay attention to what they're doing. You are there to get your license. So you focus on your own exam. The third reason is, the third reason is time. You read and reread and reread the question, and you're taking like a minute and a half to read one NCLEX question. That is not great. It really isn't. You guys will start to run out of time, especially if you think you're going to go in there and take 75 questions, 85 questions. It's just not realistic. Go in there prepared to sit and take all 200 and whatever questions that are there, okay? Because what happens is when you look at the clock and you see that you only have 20 minutes left, you start to just click, okay? You guys say you click. You don't even know if you read the questions correctly. You just feel like the more questions that you complete, the better your chance of passing, and that's not true, okay? Also, do not let time run out. Be very, very mindful of how long you're taking. So those are my top 3 reasons, and I just want to put this out here in the forefront so you guys can address it, because the stress that you have going into this test can very quickly escalate to complete panic. And I dealt with panic attacks as a nursing student when I felt out of control. And now looking back, I realized that you typically don't have panic attacks at home. You typically don't have severe anxiety in a comfortable environment. It's usually in an unfamiliar place, in an unfamiliar situation. NCLEX is the perfect breeding ground for that. So I would encourage you, if you start to feel like this is too much, I'm doubting myself, I feel vulnerable, step away from the test area, okay? Usually anxiety and panic, they don't last longer than 20 minutes, okay? So if you give yourself time away, you give yourself a break from it. Also, by knowing these things going in, you can create a game plan. How am I going to react if I see a disease I don't know? How am I going to face the situation if I, really can't figure out the questions, if I can't get it down to 2? What am I going to do then? These are things that you have to prepare yourself for, so that you stay in control of your exam. You stay in control of, your future and all the hard work you've put into this test. So, 3 reasons you freak out for NCLEX. Now that you know it, prepare yourself so you don't do it, okay? Thanks for studying with me. Bye-bye.